so we have decided just to do one of these live streams today. So I was gonna do a game thing today, but I'm gonna wait till Friday for that. I'll do it on Friday. So I'm just gonna do this for today. Yeah, so if I just doing this today instead, and then I'll do the game on next stream on Friday. So I see the point of doing that today, and if I do one on Friday, so just gonna do this for a bit. So it's a bit warmer again today, so got the fan on. So yeah. Yeah, so just gonna go live, and anyone wants to talk, chat, they can do in the chat. So yeah, I don't answer to trolls. So if I suspect you're a troll, I'm not going to answer to you. So yeah, I don't get fooled. Oh yeah, it's much better now, isn't it? Yeah, so it's been cooled down. So I think last Friday it cooled down. So it's going to warm again today a bit though. So it's not as bad as it has been. No rain here. We have not had any rain at all. I was hoping for some storms, but nope. So I know other parts of the UK had it. No, did you have any storms where you are, or any rain since last Thursday? Not a single bit. It's not raining. I think it rained a tiny bit, it looks like, but I don't think it rained much. It's not rained at all here at all. So it's just disappointing. So. Apparently, there's never a warning of rain. In fact, apparently, it's supposed to be storm warning for tomorrow. So I'll see. It's like probably won't rain again. I don't know. Oh, that's not good. It's a 10-minute bit of rain. I think London had quite bad storms, didn't they? I think they had a lot of flooding twice. They had a lot of flooding twice. So it's nothing that happens often where they get so much rain at once. So I think there were thunderstorms as well. So I think there were supercells. There must have been, because the amount of rain, that sounds like supercell, which is cool. We've only ever had a supercell here once. I've only ever experienced one. So if we ever see it again, if I ever catch one again, I'm not going to film it. If I ever see a supercell, ever have one again, because you can tell from the normal typical storm to because it's just different, They can't really tell from all the where the clouds look, but just from well, you can when the clouds are much darker, and just have different. So. I think meteorologists would understand it. They'd know what supercell is. If they saw, they could probably tell from just the clouds, the way they move and stuff, and the formation of it as well. I don't know about that, but I could just tell from the way it sounds. Yeah. I think the game thing, the player, that one I did last week, the stream, I think that streamed alright. I think it was alright. It wasn't too. From how it seemed when I watched it back, it seemed to be fine. It wasn't too laggy or anything. You know, it wasn't. So I seem to have fixed that issue because I couldn't get it to play. It's really like. I think it's to do with this some resolution, something to do with the resolution I had set. I seem to have solved it, so which is good. Yeah. Stream. What was it? General. No, it was a video one. Yeah, it's resolution. It was the resolution that was doing it. It was. Yeah, it was the base canvas resolution. So I've got it now at 3840 times 2160, and that seems to have solved the issue on OBS. So it can be, especially when you're clueless about it. I'm not really tech. I'm not really great with technology, and I know how to do basic stuff, but I'm not really high. I don't understand high tech stuff. I'm not really. I'm an idiot when it comes to stuff like that. I'm clueless. So. Thank God for YouTube. You can look up stuff on YouTube how to do certain things, so how to fix stuff. Just kind of if I can figure it out from watching that, then it's normally how I fix it. But the last issue, I think this issue with the OBS, I just figured it out myself because it's saying something about the resolution. I thought, let's just mess with the settings. That seems to have solved it. So, yeah. So yeah, what's happening? Have you been up to much or anything? It's just I don't know. I mean, just the usual for me. It's nothing different. Mood's the same, nothing's changed. Everything's well, it's just the same every week. That sucks. Yeah. No, there's nothing new to. I wish I had something new to. I wish what would happen. That's it. That's different. I wish things would improve. Well, I'm not even making any effort to improve. I don't push myself out of my comfort zone. So with anxiety, so that's why things are still the same as they have been last 10 years or more. That also makes my posture. I always worry about my back issues and stuff because I have terrible posture and stuff. So. Because I slouch. My back slouches a lot. So. Especially that would challenge work idea because I'm kind of like leaning forward. So now. The font looks so like we do the stream through StreamYard. The font on the StreamYard's different to the font on the YouTube. I thought it'd be this. I thought the font would have changed. Now, I much prefer the YouTube font though. The font on I'm not a fan of the font on the text font. But I like the one on YouTube side. No, I just find myself naturally leaning forward when I walk. Then sometimes I always try and walk straight back. It's just I don't know. It's just, so I'm glad I got a chair now, a gaming chair because I used to sit. Sometimes I used to sit on the floor a lot in here. I had like a folding chair because I spent all my time in my room, so I just didn't live in here. So sometimes I just sit on the floor and kind of like leaning forwards. So probably not good on posture. But, it's a nice. Now I know you can get chairs with higher backs than this. This is it's a low back chair, but it's kind of. And you get ones with tall. They get one with headrest, can't you, as well? But this chair's not too bad. At first, it was weird to get used to, but you kind of get used to it. It's a comfortable chair. But only £60, and it's not. It's lasted me so far. So I've only had it since October, so last year. So yeah. So I'm even fine with this, like doing the stream now. Like I feel like I have to lean forward, so you can't really sit back because the mic's. I'm gonna put the mic to fall over towards me, but the arm doesn't reach that. If it reaches, it's kind of move more that way to get close to the mic. But so I don't know. So I find even when I was doing it or like watching videos, I just like feel like I'm leaning forward. So I don't know. It's getting on posture. So I have to try to walk straight back. I have to kind of like remember, kind of force myself to kind of walk around like that, but and then just lean forward and like head down, kind of. Well, not head down. I just kind of, just. I think a lot of people do the same. I don't know. Well, didn't you say you had a chair with a broken back or something? The back of it was broken off or something. Or something I remember you saying not long ago, something about that. Or something like that, when it's something. I hope this chair lasts me quite a while, hopefully. Oh yeah. I see, yeah. That odd. Oh yeah, the R is it? Oh yeah. I'm on back here. I thought you remember saying something about it before, so. Because I think I was on about a chair before, a gaming chair or something. So. So we'll be doing a game stream on Friday, my usual time, 8 o'clock. So, so next stream after this will be that. So, which is good. So I thought I'd do 2 this week streams. So, yeah. Could I just do those ones about 8 o'clock or something today? So an hour and something. I always cut them short because I don't know what to talk about. I feel so kind of awkward because I don't know what to talk about. I'm awkward as that. I just have a sound. I just talk. I don't know. So I do Road Redemption and Vice City play. So it's good. It's nice to have a different game and try a more modern, a more newer game as well. So, which is good because the controls automatically work with that. Didn't have to configure the controls. Just work straight away. So. The same here. So that's nothing. I have nothing to. I don't do a lot or anything. I have a lot to talk about. So makes everything so much more awkward. But the fact is, I want to still talk. I want to do these and talk, even though I don't have anything to talk about. So if I so get wonderful, if that makes So the people who I think are why to do these if they have nothing to talk about, because I like to still do them. So. Yeah. I'm off to try and do some of the game on Twitch. I'll try and make another Twitch at some point, so I can always try gaming on there as well. So you can game. I know you can game on 2 things at once. So stream YouTube and Twitch. You can do it. You can stream them both at the same time. So I'll stream for YouTube and Twitch, and you get So it'll be on the YouTube thing. You can get this thing called Restream, where the chat. So you can see the chat. I can see the chat on both platforms. So. You can also try and get people to follow from there as well. Trying to join the channel. It's another place to also get followers, I guess. So, and I've got another game apart from this is Vice City now. So. I think there's a category on there called just chatting, so you can get people that just want to watch what you're kind of streaming, but it's just like random chat. It's just I think it's perfect for me because just chatting, just random, it's like just random conversation. So that's also I should try as well. I think I tried before, but kind of I got rid of the Twitch account. So I'll try and make another. There's quite a lot of people that are watching the streams and them as well. So it still seems to be fine. It seems to be going fine. Good. It's good to see these Streamyard are still going and they're still free as well. Thank God. So there's loads of different. It's good. There's loads of different streaming things you can do. There's these. There's the normal one for YouTube. There's the OBS stream. You can also stream through Logitech one as well, like the software. You can stream through your phone. There's apps. There's like things like Streamlabs, Studio Prism. There's all that. So there's loads of different ones you can use. It's cool. Because I think when YouTube got rid of Google Hangouts, I was like worried about, how you can't there's not many ways to do streams, and because I think they did start to add just like normal live streaming as well. Because and then I think shortly after they kind of like you can't do it on phones unless you have to have 1,000 subs to do a live stream directly through YouTube, but you can still do it now through you have to get another thing like another another thing, a software thing like Prism, like Studio Prism, the Prism Live or something like that, and the Studio, what's it called? The Prism Live, yeah. And there's Streamlabs as well. So you can stream through YouTube on your phone with those, but you can't do it directly for YouTube, unless you have 1,000 subs. So I don't know. So they got to install loads of platforms, different ones, because if YouTube does decide to do it with like normal live streaming eventually, then it doesn't matter because there's loads of other ways to stream. So like through the OBS and all that. So thank God there's loads of different other options, alternatives. It's quite a new software. I think it's like a new thing. I think it started a couple of years ago. It's kind of, I think the thing they made it to kind of replace Google Hangouts. Of course, it used to be like a thing called Google Hangouts on Air, which they got rid of. So it's kind of similar to that. But obviously now there's other things as well, and there's Zoom and all that stuff as well. There's all the different ones as well. So, it's good to have all, I'll definitely prefer this over the Google Hangouts there, because it's better. So It's better if you ever share the link and you try to invite people in. It's just safer because you don't got to worry about trolls just taking over or whatever. So one time, at some point, I'm trying to do one of these, but start putting the link in, try them again at some point. But not at the moment. I'm just not. I haven't done it in a while, so kind of. I've been wanting to it for I'm holding it for ages, so I'll do it at some point. So because you can get people to come in and check on mic and all that, and they talk, and like you can have your camera up and stuff like this. So it's all like this, but they join and they kind of appear. They just like in the chat, but it's good. So try it again at some point. Let's see. I'm not doing one in a while, so you know, a bit anxious about doing it because I'm not good at talking. So, that's terrible. It was because when you share your link, you know, you can't control them coming in because they share the link with all their different people, and it's like you just couldn't. It's really hard to keep on top because they come in like loads at once, and it's really hard to boot them all at once because you boot load and more would come in. So you pretty much have to end it. So with this, you can. I mean that will never happen because you have to be careful who you let in. So because if they appear at the bottom, I have to kind of add them. So those if they were like if you were to click on the link of one, you wouldn't come in straight away. So I'd have to add you. So it's much better that way. So you can filter out the troll. There's a whole heap of people with the bottom like. I could just if they're a troll, I just wouldn't let them in. They can't get in. So without me adding them. So yeah, so it's better. No, we used to do some like Hangouts. I used to do Google Hangouts in here, and people would come in on mic and stuff. But we used to do that years ago, like 2015, 2016. So I still have some of the ones that I did a couple of years ago on my channel. So some of the Google Hangouts live chats. So it's that kind of similar. And I also did some of the StreamYards as well. So that was like beginning of last year, around early last year. That was mid, yeah. So it feels a while ago now. It feels more than a couple of years ago. It feels like to me. It feels like I think it's like 6 years ago now, isn't it? 6 years. So, or 5 years. But back then, I didn't even have. If I used to have pay as you go back then, God, just how long ago that was. And I can't believe I used to have pay as you go. So now I have contract phone now. So I mean, I'm different things. It seems so long ago since I had like pay as you go. So, and I did it that year. So it feels like a while ago now. So I can't believe I used to have pay as you go. Expensive. So the chats I did days ago were kind of feel like a while ago now. This guy that used to join a lot is it was kind of like a co-host, I guess, for a long time, and he used to apparently he was an extras in Game of Thrones in a couple of episodes or something. So he used to join a lot, but yeah. But I think I lost contact with him because because he used to always delete my channels, so which I stopped doing that now. So I wish I'd have kept that channel because I'm sure he'd have still been there and following. So, so I think that channel had over 100 subs as well. It's mad. That's not too bad, is it? 140. And compared to some people have a lot more. But the most followers I've had on YouTube is 130. One time I had a channel with 130 subscribers. So that's the most I've ever had. But that was like before that. I think that was like even before that. That was like 2013. So I'm such a fool for deleting those channels. I wouldn't ever do it again. Never ever. Because once you delete channels, some people just don't bother following you back. They just don't get it. So if your life's not that interesting and you're just really negative, people aren't gonna, you just repeat yourself over and over again. People just can't be asked with it. I'm not gonna follow him back. Just talk about the same shit. It's so negative. It's crazy. It's a long time ago. Now it's almost a decade. Yeah. So what? It's crazy how long. Next year is 2022. God. It's crazy. So 2012 one with that supercell that I didn't. That last time I had a supercell here was 2012. So there's been quite a few supercells lately though in UK. So I think the ones in London, some others. I think some places had a big hail somewhere. They had like massive hail. I think there's like videos on YouTube. People are like, I think it's on some of the papers as well, like the Sun and stuff. The Daily Mail and shit like that. So. Yeah, we've got nothing. Had absolutely nothing. So we'll see tomorrow. So I hope there is something tomorrow. I hope some kind of rain or something. It's just. The thing is why a lot of people don't do like live streams and stuff and make videos on YouTube because they don't have anything to share. I think that's what it is. A lot of people don't have much to say or share, so so they don't tend to upload stuff because they know. But I don't know. I could be wrong. That might not be the reason, but I think it is for some people maybe. But and other people don't upload stuff because their anxiety is quite their anxiety. But I find, I don't know, even though I have anxiety uploading stuff, but it helps to do the videos, I think. Especially when you know people that have, that have anxiety too, so you feel so you're not alone with it, kind of thing. So if you talk about anxiety, people, they relate. So I think that helps it make it easier to do these as well in videos and stuff. I don't blame you. I just have nothing to talk about. Everybody just end up sitting like here. They just end up like me, sitting here like this, like. That's why I started doing the games. Started doing the game ones because they're kind of adds, so it's a little more interesting, I guess. So you're doing something, so people can watch the gameplay as you're talking. So it's kind of like it's less, or it makes it less awkward. So I find that. So that's what I thought. The game thing's a good idea. Sure, it's definitely easy. It's easier when you do the gaming because you kind of like it's good. So yeah, that's fun. I enjoy doing that part of the game. Yeah, I just like playing and messing around with it. I'm not really. I can't be asked for the missions and anything like that. Just I like to have a mess around. But it's fun. I'm still yet to actually win a race on Road Redemption. So I probably end up winning it in one of the streams. So I think I've come second place in it. So not so far. Haven't won a race yet, which is annoying. Because it's really hard to stay on track because kind of like you go pretty fast and you kind of whack into stuff. Oh, I've only done a couple of missions on the Vice City. I think I've got up to. I think I did a mission. I've gone past. I think I've gone past. I can't remember what number. They've only done a couple of. Well, I think I've done a. I don't know how many missions it is now, but I've only done a few missions. But well, I'll have to try do another mission at some point. Just do it slowly. I'm not gonna spend all day trying to complete the game. So sure, but yeah, good. Yeah, well, I think the best part I like with the Vice City, I like the how you can make the cars invisible. I like that cheat. That's right. It's funny. It's fun. It's like invisible cars, and I like how they're sat in the cars, especially the cops. They're sat in the car, invisible cars. It's fun. It's funny. It's just fucking funny. Yeah. Oops. The flying car one is good. I've actually thought that you'd actually fly in the air. It's a shame you just float over the water. I actually thought maybe you flew or in the air. Let's say. I think there's a helicopter one. I don't know if there is a helicopter one, but I'm guessing that would. I wonder if you fly in that. I don't know. I don't think there's a helicopter one actually. I don't think there is, but I'm not sure. But Yeah. So it's still fun, isn't it? Just you still that, even though you lift to the ground a bit, so that's better than nothing, isn't it? Better than just it's fun, still fun, just to gliding on that water. I float, yeah. They'll probably go live for another 15 minutes then, just up to 8:15. And then, yeah, but then the next stream will be Friday. So, so yeah. I've just been watching stuff like YouTube, just watching a lot of like stuff like all the flooding and stuff around the world that's been going on. So watching all that lately, and I still watch a lot of the old wrestling as well. I can't see watching. I can't watch old like 90s wrestling. I still watch it sometimes. I don't know why. Just and yeah, I'm watching stuff about it's also around the world and droughts and stuff in the California stuff, like this big lake reservoir thing that's kind of losing a lot of water or something. Oh, there were. I think they brought back a movie called Space Jam or something. It's like a one with the Looney Tunes. They brought that back. There's a movie coming out. I think it's August, I think it is, isn't it, or something. But that's what I remember. The first one of them in like the 90s. I think it's 19. I can't remember what year it was. I think it's 1998 or something that came out. But I don't even think kids these days don't even know who Bugs Bunny is and all that stuff. Because I remember seeing a video on YouTube, kids react to like Looney Tunes and they have no idea who Daffy Duck is or Bugs Bunny. They don't even know who it is. So maybe they're trying to get kids to know who they are. It's gonna get. It's because Looney Tunes is brilliant. I used to love the Looney Tunes. I used to repeat it so many times on Cartoon Network. I remember it, and Tom and Jerry as well. I remember that. Yeah, I used to the Looney Tunes. They stuff. What? They're funny. Wile E. Coyote and all that. Roadrunner, Meet, and all that. Elmer Fudd. I wind up the Wile E. Coyote. They have a lot on YouTube. A lot of Looney Tunes. People upload like a lot of the episodes, like a lot of of Looney Tunes cartoons, like loads on YouTube. Which is good. But YouTube's great because it's you got all this stuff that's and it's completely free. It's all fucking free to watch. It's like so it's cool. It's got pretty much got everything. It's probably why I'm like it on here so much. It's just why it's it's just free and all that. There's so much stuff. Some people risk, that they'll do these shows and stuff, and it's stuff like that. I appreciate I'm taking the risk and uploading it, the copyrights rules stuff. But, people didn't do that. They wouldn't have all the stuff on YouTube with there. So. Even with the gameplays, if you've got if it's got music playing, you can get a copyright. But it's not a strike; it's a notice, a copyright notice saying there's music in this. You can't, you can never monetize it. So, well, if you mute the music, you can monetize it. If you ever wanted to monetize. But but as long as all people that upload the shows and stuff, and shows and films and cartoons and stuff, as long as you don't monetize, but as long as you're not profiting off it, why can't you upload it and So. Can I look? I thought someone was on a bonfire or something. Or was that just my blinds? Okay. I don't know what that sound is. Might be my blinds, I don't know. Hey, well, I won't do it either. I don't, because I don't want them saying, because they might actually, the people that actually, people that actually own the thing might sue. I won't do it for the fear of that. Or they might take action, because you're using their, their creation, their whatever it is, But I think they would be I think with them you get copyright strikes for those. So I've never done. The good thing about the games, all I ever get is copyright notice. So it's not actually a strike to your channel, so which is good. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't ever monetize it. So I've got, so I wouldn't actually, as long as you don't monetize it, you're not making money, you can prove that. Then it doesn't really matter. But I still won't ever upload something like that, because not only that, your channel might get suspended as well. So and if you gain a following, that you can start again. So I wouldn't ever do that for sure, because I've, that's why I've never ever done that. Never. I think one time I've done a games, a game something. I did a video reaction thing or something. And it got copyrighted all worldwide. It got what was it? It got blocked worldwide. So I think it's a video I did with him when I was reacting to this movie I watched a couple of years ago. I kind of got blocked worldwide, so no one could see it. So it's kind of pointless there. So that was just from a reaction to a movie, because it had video clips from the movie. It wasn't a strike though. It was just it was just blocked. No one could. You can't really. It was pointless having it up because no country could watch it. So, yeah, I never do anything that gets a strike, and I never, So I'll go for another 10 minutes then. So that'll be cut to the call past, like I said. So, because it's only just gone. What time did I start this? It's been almost 50. It's almost been 60 minutes anyway. It's like almost an hour. That's correct. That's good. It's an hour stream anyways. The one thing I do with like, especially these kind of obviously string afterwards, I always like watch myself. I always watch it back to kind of listen to how I sound, kind of, because obviously when you're in your head, you think you sound worse than you actually do. So it's good to kind of listen to yourself back, kind of, just kind of like learn to accept how I sound. So, but some of the ones I can never watch back, like some of the ones I did with people on mic, like, but they're really much harder to listen to because I also feel like I sound more anxious then. So it's just that's really hard to listen to myself back. But I have done before. I've just kind of, and I found that I don't sound as bad as I thought I was gonna. I thought it sounded worse than it actually did in my head. When I thought in my head, I felt like I sounded worse, but when I actually listened to it back, I didn't sound as bad as I thought I did in my head. So it's kind of a good way to kind of, kind of get an idea how you sound to other people, kind of thing. It's good for that as well. You just got to learn to accept just the way you sound. So I can't. It's hard. It's hard when you have social anxiety, but stop the way I can't see this sound. I think it's worse when you like. I think it's. I find. I think it's worse. I always feel like it's worse when you kind of talk really fast, and when you're anxious and stuff. I find that just. I find it harder. I don't know. It's harder to accept yourself when you're just anxious. When you just talk anxiously, whatever. But sister. Yeah. I think you sounded alright when you doing the on the Discord when you're doing on the mic and stuff. You sounded alright there. You didn't sound. I think you sounded alright. You didn't sound. So I think a lot of us, we just think, I think we just think we sound worse than we just don't like the sound of our own voices. So I think a lot of people, I think that's most people just don't like the sound of their voice. For some reason, I think everyone's the same, but just don't like how they sound. Well, I think there's something. I think it's called something like that, where people the reason why people don't like the sound of their own voice. I think there's a reason for it. Yeah. So that definitely are. So I don't know how singers can, like all these singers and stuff, you know, artists and stuff. I don't know how they can, in a hit net, how if they heard themselves singing, or if they're in somewhere and they can hear their own song, they can hear their own voice, and but I don't know how they learn to just accept that and just like, you know, I can never do anything like that. Never. I don't know how they can accept, you know, it'd be really weird. I don't know how they can. They obviously must learn to accept their voice. Oh, probably, probably is. Yeah, we just don't. That might be true. You don't know, do you? They might be on anxiety medication and stuff, or anything. You know, you don't know. Maybe they just. It's hard to know if you don't know what they're really feeling inside. Do you really? I mean, they could. I mean, they might not like. It might be really anxiety causing. Who knows? If I can't sing for shit, but if I could sing, I don't think I'd have the confidence to kind of, you know, I couldn't. I mean, it's the thought of hearing my voice and, you know, I don't know. The worst song, I hate how I sound on phones. They're the worst. If these are easier, I find these easier and less anxiety causing than making phone calls. I mean, they're the worst. One of the worst. Oh, I was up. Exactly. I can't imagine just having all eyes on you. Guys, I don't like people when you got everyone, loads of people looking at me. I hate that. Like, you know. It must be really. I bet it must be really weird for like singers and like if they're going to a store or something and their song's playing, and I wonder how I don't know how they cope with it. Like it's like I just walk. I should walk out, cover your ears. Like, oh, I can't. I can't. You know. But that's another thing with stuff like that though. They do all editing, don't they, and make them sound a lot better than they do. As well, so yeah, they make it so it didn't sound too bad. So I don't know, but yeah. I think Britney Spears didn't sound. She sounds a lot different. I think apparently people say she sounds a lot different live than she does in in her actual song recording or whatever, and all that stuff. Music videos, like lip syncing and stuff. Well, it's got the song playing and doesn't make out she's singing. I don't know. I've heard that stuff like that. So. I'm sure I should listen to herself singing, but I don't know. I don't know. So I should have a drunk performance. I think I've seen it. I might have seen it. I think I've seen a video where she kind of like she kind of thinks she trips, and like, but then it kind of gives it away. It's she's lip syncing because she trips and and you can still hear her singing, you can still hear a track going in the background. So it kind of gave it away. She's lip syncing. Once again, all this stuff's on YouTube. That's where I found all this stuff. So YouTube seems to have all pretty much anything really. Those. She's getting on now, Brittany. This is. Oh no. So yeah. So I'm probably gonna end it here. So thanks for chatting, Sarah, in the chat, and no one else here. So oh wow. Can I do a stream Friday game stream? So as long as there's no technical difficulties, it'll go live at 8. So yep. So yeah. So it's a good chatting. So it's